In the race of evolution, humans have built mega infrastructures and world-class amenities to make life easier. It is a fact that the main source of pollution can be traced to industries and their practices, known as industrial pollution. This pollution is threatening the very existence of Earth, forcing committed agencies and organizations to take on this menace. Known as environmental degradation, the situation is serious and requires to be brought under control immediately. At approximately 210 gigawatts, India is the fifth largest generator of electricity in the world and will increase in the future. The world will burn 1.2 billion additional tons of coal per year, which will be generating an estimated additional 3.4 billion tons of carbon dioxide, not to mention the additional amount of sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide and PM 2.5. Data from NASA Earth Observatory on the emission on sulfur is extremely threatening. In the last decade, India has surpassed China in the amount of sulfur dioxide emission into the climate. On average, 23 deaths are recorded per 1,000 tons of PM 2.5, 10 deaths per 1,000 tons of sulfur dioxide, and 9 deaths per 1,000 tons of nitrous oxides. Experts claim that sulfur dioxide is associated with asthma, chronic bronchitis, morbidity, and mortality increase in old people and infants. Sulfur dioxide will react with other compounds in the atmosphere to form small particles.
Some of the most damaging pollution. It's called PM 2.5 and involves particles that are microscopically small. So let's use virtual reality to visualize them. They're less than 2.5 microns across, which means you could fit 400 in a single millimeter. By comparison, a grain of sand is 20 times larger. Now, this matters because the particles are small enough not just to get into the lungs, but also into the bloodstream.
These particles contribute to particulate matter, PM, pollution. Particles may penetrate deeply into sensitive parts of the lungs and cause additional health problems. Sulfur dioxide reacts with the atmosphere, producing acid rain that damages water, forests, and the soil. Analysis suggests that most deaths attributable to power plants in India are associated with sulfur dioxide, followed by nitrogen oxides and directly emitted particulate matter. The average number of deaths per plant associated with each pollutant in 2008 was approximately 500 for sulfur dioxide, 120 for nitrogen oxides, and 30 for particulate matter 2.5. Due to an inadequate supply of oxygen to the inner regions of coal being burnt in most coal-fired furnaces, substantial amount of coal is not completely burnt. This incomplete combustion of coal also results in the emission of harmful carbon monoxide, not to mention the economic losses to the plant due to this incomplete combustion. Can we do something to drastically reduce it? Is there a way to make business not compete with conservation? Can we save lives? The answer is yes.
ARM Coaltec.
Using
ARM Coaltec
ensures optimum combustion of coal, thereby drastically reducing carbon and sulfur emissions into the atmosphere. It ensures reduction in the corrosive effect of chemicals emitted during coal combustion and guarantees maximum utilization of coal, reducing residual wastes significantly, and yes, reduces sulfur dioxide and SPM emissions to a great degree, efficiently delivering on a two-pronged approach of benefits of economy to the user by improving boiler efficiency while guaranteeing reduced emissions and ecological benefits. If this planet had a voice, it'll tell you to use
ARM Coaltec
for efficient coal combustion, saves coal, reduces sulfur emissions and saves the environment. With Coaltec, We save lives.
We reduce costs.